My name is Drew Smith. I work at Converse as an innovation concept creator. And basically, that means I focus on designing new ways for people to connect, communicate, and show up within the world. And so I work with a lot of different teams across the company. And our team specifically is broken into two sections. So one section is concept product design. And then the section that I focus on and lead is the concept design communication. And so we work together to, me and my other partner work together to connect with a lot of different design groups amongst the community within footwear, apparel, and brand design, and bring things to light that we're able to focus on that are kind of outside a traditional track. So it's literally a dream job. I can't even believe I'm doing it, and I'm really excited to kind of tell you how I got here. I started as an oceanography major with the intention to move into graphic design. So I got recruited to play soccer at Coastal, and I accepted the recruitment because there was a graphic design program. But yeah, so I started oceanography because I could get in-state tuition. Then I moved over into graphic design and did a minor in new media and digital culture, which is part of the communications program. So going into it, I had no expectations because my purpose was like, I'm going here for soccer and I'm doing graphic design as well. I didn't know anything about the program. I didn't know anything about the teachers or anything like that. And obviously that quickly changed. I learned about the depth of skill and experience within the faculty and how tight-knit the community is, which I think is so unique across the board, from colleges and even companies that I've had friends go to or that I've been with. The community really helps you grow as a person. I mean, it goes back to the idea of like it takes a village to raise a kid, and this program is really taking that to heart with like it takes this community of all of us, the peers and the faculty, to help shape each of us into successful creatives. And so that's really how it changed. Like I didn't expect that, and I was able to work within the Edwards Gallery, within the sculpture studio, within Tempo magazine, and doing that as an art director and a few things there. Never expected to have all the experience at my feet, going through the program. I think one of the things that I learned is to go ask questions. Like, you never know unless you ask, and you don't know unless you try. And I take that idea and I used it through Coastal to go have conversations with faculty, because you don't know who you're going to get inspired by, and everyone's story is so individual and so unique. You don't know what piece is going to stand out to you and make an impact. So that's one big thing that I learned. I obviously learned a ton of skills in mold making and typesetting and magazine design and all this kind of stuff. But that's stuff that like you expect to get out of it. But the things that I didn't expect was to have such a community that I can then have conversations like this later in life, and a group of people that I really want to stay connected to as I move on. I still am really connected with a few people that I've gone through the program with, and I learned from them. Like, I learned printmaking from one of those people because I didn't take the classes at Coastal, but a few years later I was like, I need to learn printmaking. So I hit my friend up, and I drove up to Philadelphia, and I learned how to printmake in a week. And obviously I'm not an expert at it, but now I know how to do it. So that was really cool. The community, the depth of skill and experience through the faculty. One of the most impactful things is like how to focus on experience. And experience can be in a plethora of areas, like through sculpture, 3D space, through design, with magazines, books, web design, all this kind of stuff. But like the focus on experience and the focus of storytelling. And I think there's an emphasis at Coastal of concept first. Like, there are concept specific classes. I never actually took them because they came after like my track started, but like that's what I'm doing now. And I think if you can really focus on the concept and the story behind all of the pieces of what you're making. Granted, it doesn't always need to be out there in the forefront of your piece, but when somebody asks a question and you can tell the story, you sold that. You hooked that person, and that person is gonna then go talk about your piece, talk about the impact, and you might have changed their perspective on something that you're working on. I think we all have the creative spirit in mind, which is why we want to be a part of the program. But it really helped me grow as an artist, designer, and historian. Because of those classes, it brought a lot of things that I didn't know that I had up to the light, and I was able to accentuate a lot of those things. I think working in the gallery really helped me become, really kind of helped me see the full scope of art history. I went through the classes. I had this disdain of like, I don't want to write papers, which then made me like, at first think like, oh, I don't like art history. But that's bullcrap, because art history is amazing and it's super inspiring. And it's part of the thing that I get to focus on now is like the story and the reason why behind something. A lot of those ideas come from art history, like the iconography, the symbolism, all of these things, all of the individual pieces of a painting. They all mean something that goes way deeper than what's on the canvas. So that helped me. Artist and designer, like 3D sculpture classes, and being an art director with the Tempo magazine, all this kind of stuff, like set me leaps and bounds above the next person who I would be applying next to. And professionally, like I will straight up say, like I would not be doing what I'm doing or have the opportunity that I had at Commerce if I did not take the sculpture classes with Logan and Alex. It's as simple as that, because that's what set me apart from the next designer. It's like I had this extra thing in my toolkit that I could bring to light, and through like the universe saying, here you go, here's an opportunity, I was able to work on the store design team while I was an intern at Commerce. I started as a digital designer and was able to work on the store design team, and the only reason was because of my sculpture experience. And the director there seeing the work that I had created during that class. And that led to then my next role, which is global communication designer. And I did a lot of event design, spatial design, experience design. And like all of that ladders up from those classes. And you never think that could happen when you're taking a class. But I wish I could go back to school, and I might in the future. But you're about to embark on a discovery phase that you're going to be able to kind of shape your future in any way you want to. If you see someone in the world, if you see the art director of Apple, if you see like some crazy artist, or you see some like this artist's work being sent to space with the SpaceX Dragon rocket that got postponed, unfortunately, or if you see like some fashion designer, some fashion blogger or writer or whatever, or art historian, something, just know that if someone else can do it, you can do it as well. I grew up in an extremely supportive family, but there are people along the way and in your journey that will say, you can't make money in art, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't whatever. And all you have to say to them is, if that person over there can do it, like why can't I? And so there is money in design, there is money in art, there's a lot of success and there's a lot of exposure within it. So keep that in mind, discover things, and don't sell yourself short before you even try. For someone about to graduate, I would say you could either know what you really want to do, or you might have no clue what you want to do. But go apply for the dream job that you want. It goes back to the idea that I said earlier of you don't know unless you try, and you don't know unless you ask. So apply. You can apply to as many companies as you want, and you never know who you're going to get back. Don't think about how many applicants there are. Don't think about like how good the next person is. Take the opportunity as an individual connection between you and that application. Give your best to it and send it off. Don't be generic. Don't copy and paste your cover letters. Like, be yourself. Be your creative self. Show your expression. Just have in mind that you deserve the opportunity to have the conversation. And I think if you can go in with the confidence that you deserve the opportunity to have the conversation, to just talk with somebody, that will help you leaps and bounds. And if you don't want to apply, or you just are looking to apply a company but you're not ready to yet, go make a LinkedIn profile, add some experience on there that you've gained over the years, and start to reach out to some of these people at the company. Find somebody at the company. Like if you want to work at Converse, type in Converse, or like a designer at Converse, type in Converse designer into LinkedIn. If my name comes up, message me on LinkedIn, and then we'll have a conversation. I can't necessarily guarantee that I or anybody else could get you a job, but they can provide experience and a conversation with you that might lead you to a job, or might lead you to think about the job differently. But I hope all of you are staying safe, your families are healthy, you're staying creative. This is a time to try new things, fail a lot, it's okay, but just keep making, and talk to the people around you, connect with your peers and your faculty, and all these people have so much skill, stories, opportunities and things that you can experience. And I think you're about to embark on a moment in your life where I wish I could do more of it, basically. Like, do not take it for granted. Do as much as you can, but make sure you rest. Don't overdo it, and you'll be happy. So I hope everyone's good. Hang in there. We'll all make it out of this, and enjoy the summer. See ya.